Welcome to FTB Fridays. It's Friday, the 23rd of April, 2021. I am Jason C. McLean, your host. And we have a special guest today. We have two guests. We don't normally have two guests, but today we do have two guests because it's Hooray for Hollywood. Welcome from Professors of Pop, the new podcast coming out. We have Stephanie Laughlin and Jerry Gabriel.
Hey.
Hey guys,
how's it going? Yeah.
Thank you for
Celebration Hollywood.
Hollywood,
style.
yes. This Sunday is the Academy Awards, so that's what we're going to be talking about. Now, this year's Oscars, a lot of years there's a lot of controversy, but this year there's not that much controversy, right?
I would say there's not as much controversy, except that there's confusion because a lot of the movies are kind of this year and not last year, because they all kind of smushed together. I think that's the big issue this year. With it's not a major controversy. It's not like any of the controversies before. I don't know.
Nomadland, I hear that's a bit controversial because of its depiction of people who live off grid.
Yes, that's a very cool movie. We could talk about it.
It was great.
Later.
I often don't agree with what the front runner is for best picture. Green Book is a perfect example of that.
Mm-hmm.
But this year, I think Nomadland is a beautiful movie. And what's the controversy surrounding it?
The fact that they had because a lot of the people in it are real.
Yeah.
And the fact that they had a Hollywood actress with real people, they're saying it's sort of exploitative.
Oh my God. But if you have to have a Hollywood actress, Frances McDormand is the good actress to get.
Yeah,
I mean, it's not so
brilliant. It's not so much a controvery as it is like name recognition with Hollywood movies. Like if you want a movie to be like viewed, a lot of times you have to have, and it's really cool because it shows a topic that I'm really interested in and I haven't really seen displayed like properly. You know, like
you want to live that life, Jerry?
Off the grid. I mean, I could live in a van down by the river.
Yeah.
I could totally do that.
But this year, though, the other thing too is the fact that the Oscars. I mean, like, any word on if they're going to be completely virtual, like they're half? Like
I assume it'll be the same the way the Golden Globes and the Emmys were, where they have a very select number of people in a room with whoever the host is. Are they not doing a host this year? I don't even remember anymore.
I don't think they
be a very select number of people. Like the Golden Globes, they had first responders in the room. You know, the Oscars do something shticky like that. And then
care about the little people too.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
Just like on
us Hollywood
horse.
folk. Yeah.
The best I saw was the
Grammys. People be at home.
The best I saw was the Grammys. Actually, they did it from like the roof across from the Staples Center with Trevor Noah, and they had the performances downstairs for nobody. So it was, but I think that at least the Golden Globes, it was really weird watching without an audience because half the fun is that people being drunk. But the Oscars is a little bit different. Yeah.
Especially the Golden Globes. There's so many trash people to look at. It's just
That's
amazing.
The fun of the Golden Globes.
It's amazing.
Watching celebrities get drunk on live television.
Drunk and high and just
it just wasn't the same.
Yeah. Okay, so let's get into some of these awards here. Let's start with, I guess, actor in a leading role. Nominees are Riz Ahmed, Sound of Metal, Chadwick Boseman, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Anthony Hopkins, The Father, Gary Oldman, Mank, and Stephen Yen from Minari.
Yeah, and that list is crazy because they're all amazing actors. Like I can't say anyone had a really bad performance. My bet is Anthony Hopkins is gonna get it because I have a feeling he's gonna get it. I think
more that it's gonna go to Chadwick Boseman.
He got the Globe.
Yeah,
they get the goal, but I think there might be like a surprise here, and because Anthony Hopkins,
it's true. There is always a surprise.
He's a super high caliber actor, and I don't think how many awards does he have? Like maybe one. They might give him one send off award.
Well, I think he won for Silence of the Lambs, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and
his
performance was actually pretty amazing. Like, I mean, it was an interesting movie. It's a topic like that people that I've seen in movies before, like older, like people getting older and like aging and dealing with that. But he still has great acting chops, even though he does a lot of fluff for money now. Like that put him in a good movie. And
so you know what? I respect Hopkins for doing a good balance of the roles that are clearly for money and the good meaty stuff. There's people like Nicolas Cage, he's just given up all pretense, not taking roles for money.
I mean,
Robert De Niro too, kind of.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, so
you
guys,
Jerry, you're being in Transformers the last night. Yes, maybe.
So your prediction, Jerry, is Anthony Hopkins. Steph, your prediction is Chadwick Boseman.
My prediction is Chadwick Boseman, but who I would like to see win, if they do, if there is an upset, is Steven Yeun for Nari, because he's amazing. And
that movie just shows how good Studio A24 is. It's just an amazing studio that just produces like high caliber, and in any kind of genre, it like produces a high caliber movie. Like this movie.
Yeah, no, I do like that. That studio produces too.
Yeah, it's a really cool movie that deals with a lot of interesting issues, especially like farming in the States in the 80s, which is like a side thing about it. It's also dealing with like a struggles of a man, and it does a great job like combining those two issues, I think, together.
Yeah. Now moving on, following the I'm on the Oscars website here. The next category they list is actor in a supporting role. We have Sacha Baron Cohen, The Trial of the Chicago 7, Daniel Kaluuya, Judas and the Black Messiah, Leslie Odom Jr., not for Hamilton, but for One Night in Miami, Paul Raci for Sound of Metal, Lakeith Stanfield for Judas and the Black Messiah.
So I'm gonna go with one of the fellas from Judas and the Black Messiah are gonna get it.
Okay.
I actually haven't seen that one yet. What about you, Jerry?
I did see it. It was really, really good. I didn't know that I heard that the FBI was spying on the Black Panthers, but I didn't know that they actually got infiltrated, which just goes to show you like how much I know about that history of that period, which is not as much as I would like to. But it was an intense movie. Like it deals with race, and any of those kind of movies, like I get like it's like they're always so full of strife, and you feel bad that America has such a crappy history,
and as this week has shown, it's still crappy,
and it's still crappy. It's still relevant. It's the same thing with like the Black Klansmen. Like I wouldn't say they're in the same type of movie or whatever, but they both deal with race on a really heavy issue. One shows like the white supremacists, but this one shows like just the regular government's fucking horrible.
The 60s especially. So those are your predictions. What about who do you think should, like, if you were the one choosing, who would you pick?
Well, I would love Sacha Baron Cohen to win.
He was really good in that.
He was really good. I watched The Spy recently. He's a
high caliber. He could be a high caliber actor. Yeah.
He's more than Borat. He is actually a very talented guy.
I saw an interview with Maria
for him to win, but I think one of the fellas from Judas and the Black Messiah will.
Yeah, I saw an interview with Maria Bakalova, his co-star in the new Borat, and they said, "Did you know of Sacha Baron Cohen before? Did you know of Borat?" And she's like, "Well, I knew him as a very good serious dramatic actor from like Les Miserables and stuff like that. I didn't know anything about his comedy."
I mean, Ali G is like it's cool to see that range in an actor, because it's like low brow and like super high caliber, like.
Yeah,
it's really cool. And you don't see that often.
I think that if Cohen has any serious chance of winning, it'll be for writing.
Oh yeah,
yes, I agree. I don't think
he might have a shot at that, but I don't think he's going to win supporting actor.
Actress in a leading role, we have Viola Davis, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Andra Day, The United States versus Billie Holiday, Vanessa Kirby, Pieces of a Woman, Frances McDormand, Nomadland, and Carey Mulligan, Promising Young Woman.
This is my hardest category because I loved every single performance. So I have a really hard time. If I had to pick one in my heart, I would love to see Carey Mulligan win.
Yeah, I was saying I would love to see Carey Mulligan. I'm sure it's going to be Frances McDormand. I don't know. It
might. But the woman has two Oscars already. Like
she has, but they could give her a third and a fourth, and they could just keep giving it to her because she's always a very high.
How many Oscars does Meryl Streep have? I mean, I think she wins when she doesn't even do a movie.
Streep. I totally see that. I thought it was going to be Kathy Bates, but I was wrong.
I think I would also, yes, Frances has a big chance of winning. I would love to to see Carrie win. I would also love to see Audra Day win because she was really good as
Yeah,
Billy.
she was cool. It was good. Yeah.
Okay, well, moving along, we have the next one is actress in a supporting role. Now, Maria Bakalova, Borat's subsequent movie film, delivery of prodigious bribe to American regime for make benefit once glorious nation of Kazakhstan. That's how it's listed
Wow, that's
on the
the full
Oscars.
title of it?
Yes.
Forgot.
I'm just imagining whoever has to read that out on stage.
It's gonna be awesome. So
Glenn-
almost
I'll
did it
probably
on-
just
they
say
definitely did it
Borat's
on
subsequent
purpose.
movie film.
Glenn
Yeah.
Close, Hillbilly Elegy.
That was not a good movie, so I don't know why she was not.
Actually, I didn't see that movie.
It
I'm
wasn't
sorry.
great.
Was
It
good?
wasn't great. She didn't. I
Olivia.
nominated because she's Glenn Close.
Yeah.
It's-
Olivia Colman,
It's
the
on
father.
Netflix. You should.
Amanda Seyfried, Mank, compared to Borat subsequent
Wait,
movie film
Samantha
delivery.
Seyfried Mank. Is
And,
that the
She
caretaker?
was
And
played Marion
one more
Davies.
nominee, Ya Jung Yun for Minari.
So she has a good chance of winning because I know
Yeah.
she's been winning a lot of in the awards season.
I think if Mank is in it, they're gonna take like a lot of nominations. It's possible they're gonna get like a lot of wins because
Including Amanda Seyfried?
yeah, it's a Hollywood movie about Hollywood
Yeah.
in the golden age of Hollywood, and you're in that movie, you're gonna get an award. I say like high percentage, but
She has a good
but
chance.
she was quite good. I thought she was.
She was.
Yeah.
But Olivia Colman deserves all the awards
I want
ever.
to give Olivia Colman like.
So I'd be very
award.
happy
I
if
want
she
her
won
to get
too.
an award because
Do you think she's
she's
going to
one of the
you
best
think Seyfried's
actresses
gonna
I've
win, or you
seen
think-
in a long time. Like,
I think
she's
Seyfried
amazing.
or the lady from Minari.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I watched The Crown and I was like blown away by her queen. I thought it was like amazing.
Oh, Coleman is
Yeah.
she is the best.
And then I saw
I would
Gillian
never be
Anderson's
upset if
Margaret
she won
Thatcher,
in
and
a
I'm like,
category.
hold on, Margaret Thatcher. Wait
No,
a minute.
No one thinks
Awesome.
Maria Bakalova has a chance.
no.
but I don't think she has a chance, and I thought she did a good job, but I mean,
No,
okay,
I think
yes, she wasn't in the film. The film would have suffered for
Yeah.
sure because
he was
really
the
good
best
at it.
part of that movie
Yeah.
for
He
sure.
was the best part. The Borat stuff, unfortunately, was super old. So we've seen it, we know it, and he knew, and he's aware of it, and that's why Borat dresses up as Trump.
Also, Sacha Baron Cohen is too famous now. He can't.
He's too
Yeah.
famous. He can't do it properly.
Yeah.
And
He
it
did
just-
live
it
with
was
three
a-
guys for like
Yeah.
2 days though. At some point,
what I liked about the movie was that Sacha Baron Cohen was very self-aware of this, and when he made the movie, did it in such a way that he knew that people knew
Yeah.
who Borat was.
I think just the fact that this is her very first movie and it's a Borat movie and she's nominated for an Oscar. I think that's a
pretty
win in of
impressive.
itself.
That's
This
crazy.
nomination is more to help boost her career in the future. I feel like every year the Oscars do this, they'll nominate an up and comer who doesn't really have a chance of winning, but they,
Uh,
they think that she has a good chance of having a good career.
I have a question for you guys. If the pandemic didn't happen, would the nominees that we have this year be the nominees?
Yeah, I don't know if Borat would have gotten
That's what I'm
nominated
saying. Like maybe we're
nominations
getting these
if
nominees
we weren't living in a
because-
pandemic.
because there's just less films out and there's less.
We all
people
know that-
held back films.
Yeah,
being
not that it
coming
would have
out,
won,
I'm
but we all
sure.
know that James Bond was delayed like a full year. It still hasn't come out yet.
Yeah,
I wonder
but
how many
I'm
other
saying
movies?
I'm sure that a lot.
It
of
would have been
these-
nominated
I'm sure
for
a lot
best
of,
editing and sound design.
But how many other
costume
movies-
design.
No, I'm just
have
saying
been
a lot of
delayed.
indie, other documentary. Who knows? Maybe not so much documentary because they do, anyways. They're mainly watched on like other mediums, like
But
Netflix and stuff.
I think the pandemic maybe more has affected the big budget blockbusters because those are the ones that have to be seen in the theater. Whereas the typical Oscar movie, those are the ones that you can enjoy at home.
But another thing is, how can the Academy go back in the future and say, "Oh, these films can't be in nominees anymore"? Like it's basically over. Like it's
Yes.
over. Netflix,
The-
Amazon, all those companies.
No,
have won.
exactly. The Academy has, I think Jerry has an excellent point because they used to have very strict, they were very snobby about
Yeah.
a Netflix movie can't be nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah, remember they didn't
Yeah.
want
It has to
Amazon
have a theatrical
Prime's
review, but I think the
movies.
pandemic has killed that.
It's
There's
over.
no way they
Like
can
there's
go
no
back.
way
Yeah.
they're gonna ever be able to go back and
bring that back. Okay, so moving along, we have the best. I'm skipping a few categories here. We're not going to
Sure.
do necessarily costume design. It's a short podcast. Okay, so directing. Nominees: Thomas Vinterberg for Another Round, David Fincher for Mank, Lee Isaac Chung for Minari, Chloe Zhao for Nomadland, and Emerald Fennell for Promising Young Woman.
Chloe Zhao is going to win. She's won every award this season.
Yeah,
she's totally deserving. The movie's.
I think Fincher still has a pretty good chance. I thought.
No,
I think
so.
Mank, a movie about Hollywood and its golden age, has a chance. Because any movies about movies that refer to the movie making process in any way, like who are these people? Who are the people who choose the nominees? They're film critics and writers, and right. That's why there's always, remember La La Land, and like there's always like these movies. You're like, how did this movie win? Sometimes. What was the big movie that was very controversial?
Well, La La Land, if you remember,
was it the silent film or a black and white film? I'm trying to remember what it was.
I remember that La La Land did. You think the one with Sandra Bullock? You mean?
Yeah.
But La La Land, if you remember, didn't actually win. It won and then it didn't win.
Right.
Yes.
Right. La La.
Actually, Moonlight. Yeah.
Okay, so moving along, writing. Sorry, Steph. What's your your choice of that? Is
Chloe Zhang's gonna win hands down.
Does she deserve it though, or is she?
I think she does. And
yeah, I thought that movie was pretty amazing.
It was really good. Yeah, and if I had to pick someone else, I'd love to go with the Promising Young Woman director. What's her name? Emerald.
Emerald. I'm way down on the list now. Emerald, going back up there. Hold on. The Promising Young Woman is Emerald. Oh yeah. No, that's film.
Anyways, that lady. She's a great actress. She worked.
Emerald Fennell.
Wait.
That's it. Yeah. I would love it if she won, but Chloe.
Minari was really good.
Say.
I mean, did Stephen Yeun direct that too? Or did you
Minari? I don't know, but I really hope that he wins an Oscar.
Minari
I know visually it was such a cool, well shot movie.
Minari was directed. No, Lee Isaac Chung.
Okay. This was good, very well directed.
Okay, so moving along we're now going to best writing adapted screenplay. I have no clue what this was adapted from, but Borat's subsequent movie film
was adapted from the first one.
You're right. Yeah, I guess it's a sequel. Delivery of prodigious. Okay, I'm not going to read the whole thing again. Screenplay.
So by adapted could also be a sequel.
I guess it's weird. Screenplay by Sacha Baron Cohen and Anthony Hines and David Swimmer and Peter. I'm just not going to read all the names. It's
there was a script.
Yeah. The Father's screenplay by Christopher Hampton and Florian Zeller. Nomadland, written for the screen by Chloe Zhao. One Night in Miami, screenplay by Kemp Powers. The White Tiger, written for the screen by Ramin Barani.
So, like I said before, I think this is Cohen's best shot for an Oscar this year. But
it
doesn't win there. I think the Nomad writer will probably win.
I think maybe the Father writer might win, because that was a very well written movie too. So yeah, that's what I think. And I would say second, I would say your pick was pretty well written.
Okay, and then writing original screenplay, Judas and the Black Messiah, screenplay by Will Burson and Shaka King, story by Will Burson and Shaka King and Kenny Lucas and Keith Lucas. Minari, written by Lee Isaac Chung. Promising Young Woman, written by Emerald Fennell. Sound of Metal, screenplay by Darius Marder and Abraham Marder, story by Darius Marder and Derek Cianfrance, and The Trial of the Chicago 7, written by Aaron Sorkin. I have a preference in this category.
Yeah, Aaron Sorkin.
I'm pretty sure Trial of the Chicago 7 is going to win for writing. Yeah. I don't think it's going to win for anything else, but I think it's going to win for writing because it's out.
I think if it has a chance of winning anything, then writing. Aaron Sorkin, come on.
Hey, Aaron, here's some history thing. When can you have a script ready?
Yeah,
in 22 years from now, I'll have a script ready for you. Okay.
I don't want to give you guys a spoiler here. This is not that big a spoiler for a movie. At one point in the movie, there's a joke. How come they only eat one egg for breakfast in France? Because in France, one egg is enough. Yeah. That not only was that not a historically told joke, most likely, Aaron Sorkin used that same joke in The West Wing. In an episode of The West Wing, he had I'm a huge West Wing fan.
I took his master class, and he basically says, I don't know what the hell is happening. Like, I don't know anything about the subject they're talking about. So I focus on like a joke or something that someone would tell, and then I kind of build a character from that. Like he doesn't know anything about computers, but wrote about Steve Jobs, so he's like,
Right.
put all this jargon in where they're talking about computers, but he's like, the issue is like, oh, the computer's not ready, like the opening scene in 1984, like, or whatever.
Well, he managed to make he managed to make the soft launch of Facebook into an epic drama, which actually really worked as a movie.
Exactly.
Like, so I definitely think Sorkin's going to win. I think he probably deserves it.
Sorkin has an amazing chance for sure.
Well, who do you guys think should win and will win this one?
I like the person who wrote Promising Young Women. I thought it was a very well written script.
I would love to see her win, if not for directing, because Chloe's going to win.
I think she's going to win writing.
I'd love to see Emerald
if it's
win
not Aaron
for
Sorkin,
script. Yeah, if not, then Aaron Sorkin would be my backup choice.
Yeah. Aaron Sorkin's like, oh, we can't pick one. Aaron Sorkin.
Pretty much, yeah.
Is wait, do we have Tarantino this year? No. Okay, Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so with Best Picture, this is the big one. I'm just going to read the names of the movies: The Father, Judas and the Black Messiah, Mank, Minari, Nomadland, Promising Young Woman, Sound of Metal, and The Trial of the Chicago 7.
Nomadland's gonna win for sure.
I think Nomadland's gonna win, but I think Mank has as good a chance.
Mank, yeah. If Nomadland doesn't win for some reason,
then it will go to Mank.
Mank or Promising Young Woman.
Yeah. What if they give it to Mank, and then halfway through the acceptance speech they say no, that Nomadland actually won?
They'll never make that mistake again. That was way too big of a fuck up.
You don't think Minari's? I think a lot of people think Minari might.
To make sure that doesn't happen.
A lot of people think Minari might take this one.
I heard that the
movie was really great too. Minari
could win,
but I think Nomadland's kind of got it in the back.
I have to say, like, Steven Yeun's like great actor. Honestly, I'm glad he's out of Walking Dead, so he can like grow as an actor, because his character in Walking Dead was like so limited.
Yeah, and there's one less. There's normally 10 pictures.
Walking Dead just kills characters. They're like Walking Dead actors.
I have not watched Walking
Am I
Dead
still
in
in the show? Yes.
Well, there's only 9 nominees for Best Picture this year, where there's 10. I'm wondering, is it just that Hollywood's just too chicken to put Godzilla versus Kong in the list, or?
As much as that must be a cinematic masterpiece, they're just too pretentious at the Academy. What can I say?
King Kong won an Oscar, right?
Well, the original in 1920, whatever.
Yeah.
They actually did a special effect.
He already has an Oscar.
Yeah, I'm sure those people are long gone by now. That was right around.
It's just not fair that Godzilla doesn't have an Oscar because he's Japanese.
Yeah, well, he's been Americanized. Okay, so that's the Oscars. So it's this Sunday. I guess you can find out who the real winners are, or who the Academy chooses. Hooray for Hollywood. I wonder if there's going to be a production number. Can they do a production number in the pandemic? I want to see a production number.
Oh, maybe do an empty crowd.
Yeah.
They should do like they do the I don't know. They should just do like it connects to different video chat things, and people do like a song or something.
There's no stars in the room. They're all home on Zoom. Hooray for Hollywood.
Yeah, like
I like
it.
Okay. All right. So you people can follow you guys, your Professors of Pop. Now the website's not up yet, but it's professorsofpop.com.
You can also follow us on Instagram at 41 Productions. That's where so we do movies, we do podcasts, we'll do all sorts of stuff. So you can follow us on social media there. And then, yes, later this year, we don't want to give it a specific time release date yet, because, with the pandemic and everything, we're still working all the details out. But later this year, we will be premiering our podcast, Professors of Pop, where we talk all about everything pop culture.
Okay. And you can follow me on Twitter at Jason C. McLean. You can give us share this video, like and subscribe on YouTube, and follow us on Facebook. You can follow Forget the Box on Twitter and Instagram at Forget the Box. And of course, you can download our Android app. The iOS app is still coming. And for daily Oscar-worthy content, of course, check out forgetthebox.net. We'll catch you next week for another FTB Fridays.